Alright, so I noticed with all these new celebrations and all these new LRs that they've been adding a lot of new people have been entering the game, and I just want to make a quick guide on how this game works and how to play it and how you obtain the best characters as fast as possible. Alright, so to start off, there are about 6 types of missions. There are the quests, the events, World Tournament, Portal of Memories, Ultimate Clash, and Chain Battle. In the beginning, I believe you don't have access to all of these. The primary source of getting the currency in the game, called Dragon Stones up here at the right, are by finishing missions. So these are all different areas. You're going to start over here with the first one, and every area has a certain amount of missions, and every mission has most of them have 3 difficulties. And the higher the difficulty, the more XP you get, and you get a Dragon Stone after you finish every mission for the first time. Some of them you get a few more. The XP helps you level up, and when you level up you can get more Dragon Stones, which is again the currency in the game. There's also money, but the main currency is Dragon Stones, and the reason why you want to get Dragon Stones is to get new characters. You use them to summon for new characters. These are the banners. They change from week to week. In order to see what characters you have the potential of getting, you can check the scatter at the top right. For example, in this banner, you probably want to get this one. This is a really good card. As you can see, it starts out with different levels, and you can progress it to an LR, which is a legendary rare. You can take a look at all these cards over here. I'm going to get into the cards themselves a little bit later, but there's those kinds of missions. There are also the events. Now, the events have different subcategories. They're the story, growth, challenge, and Z battle. When you summon a card and you get a good one that you like, you can go under challenge, and there's a chance that some of them you'll be able to Dokkan awaken. Basically what that is when you finish these missions, you get some certain awakening medals that you can use to make the character stronger. For example, you get a certain amount of awakening medals, you make them Super Saiyan, and you get a few more, and then you make them LR, which is legendary rare. Let me show you a better example. So when you first pull the card, it might look something like this. This is not for all cards, by the way. It might look something like this. This is SSR, super rare. You basically train up the card, and you get these awakening medals, which you get from that mission I just showed you. You get 35, and you can make them into this, which is Transcended Ultra Rare. And every card has their own leader skills and super attacks. And then you get a certain amount of awakening medals to make them LR. You get these ones, which you can see which missions you get them from by tapping on them. See, it brings you to the event. There are also the World Tournament, which happens very rarely. You'll be able to get some special rewards from that. There's the Portal of Memories. So basically, when an event is currently not up, you can use some keys that you get throughout the game and use them to complete some specific using stamina, which is at the top. There's all Flash, which is a series of missions themselves, and the Chain Battle as well, which they all have their own rewards. The ones that you primarily want to stick to are the events. Now I'm going to get into the units themselves. Alright, so Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle is a color wheel. I'm going to throw it up on the screen. So basically it goes from purple to green to blue to red to orange to purple. Basically what this means is that if you have a card that is purple and it is on the same attack cycle as somebody that's green, for example, your enemy's green and your card you're using is purple, you can block the attack, and you can see when an enemy is going to attack you by the little icon next to your characters as you're playing the game. Also, every card has a leader skill, and majority of them have passive skills. The leader skills are skills that the leader of your team, let me show you right here. The first card that you have, leader of your team, that will be active. For example, over here, if I hold this right here, it's going to show me it's going to be Patara, category key +3, HP and attack plus 170%, or INT key +3 and HP and attack plus 90%. Basically what this means is that any cards in the Patara category, in order to check the category, you go over here, all the way to the right under category, you hit Patara, and it will show you a list of cards that are in this category. So basically any cards that are in this category will have this boost that they give you over here. Also INT as well, which is you can see that this card is an INT because it has the purple little icon at the top left that says INT. There's also super cards and extreme cards. The super cards are the hero cards, extreme cards are the villain cards. There are also super cards and extreme cards. The super cards are the hero cards, and the extreme cards are the villain cards. Typically when you make a team, you want them to have good links or be the same color, because usually when they have the same color, they will boost each other. If not, you want them to have link skills. Link skills are right over here. This is what they are. You basically, when you pair up 2 cards together that have the same link skill, they will give each other a boost. All these cards that I'm using here are not the same color, but they do have some link skills such as Kamehameha and Super Saiyan, and a few others such as Transform Boost. So that's how you make a good team. You always want to make sure that they have the same link skills, and they may or may not be in the same category, or share like 1 or more categories. So many of them share these link skills and these categories over here, which makes for a good team. They'll boost each other. If they don't have any link skills or they're not in the same category, your team will be weaker than much weaker than as if they were. All right, back to the cards. Let's suppose that you finished a few missions and you got up to 50 stones. You can perform a multi-summon to grab a card. Once you grab a card, you can't just use it. You have to go to training and you hit on the card that you want to make stronger. You can choose which cards you don't want to use that you want to use to train him. For example, I usually want to pick the weaker cards, such as SR, super rares. They're nothing too crazy, just the super rares are. I'll give you an example of what it's supposed to look like. After you finish training a character, you can awaken it, which is when you use the awakening medals to make the character stronger. Furthermore, every card has attack, and usually you want to increase the super attack as much as you can. This one's 8 out of 10. They'll all start out as 1 out of 10. And the way that you do this is you're gonna, throughout the game or throughout specific summons, you're gonna get Elder Kais. Either these ones or these ones down here, or these ones over here, and they all can increase the super attack, which means that whenever your character is to perform a super attack, the damage will be significantly more powerful than otherwise. Another way to make your character stronger is use the hidden potential. Every character has a hidden potential as well. Basically, throughout playing the game, you will collect some orbs. You will collect these kinds of orbs over here that you'll be able to use to hit other paths and make them stronger. Let me give you an example. When you begin, your character will have 0 paths unlocked, and you tap over here and you will make them stronger to the top. And as you put more of the same type of character, you will be able to unlock more paths. Like over here, you can see that I don't have this type of character, so I can unlock all 4 paths, which are the 4 corners of the hidden potential tree. And each side corresponds to a different area, whether attack, defense, I believe health, or there's attack, defense, or health. Furthermore, when you play, you will also unlock some items that you can use during a mission. I'm going to show you a quick example of what this looks like without fully entering a mission. I'm going to hit a mission. Alright, so when you enter a mission, right, you're going to have these support items down here at the bottom that you can use alongside your characters that you can use to boost them. If you want to see what an item does, you kind of just hold over. It'll tell you exactly what it does. So if I'm having if I have a mainly red or STR based team, I can maybe grab this item, which will boost specifically STR defense for 1 turn. And you can also select which team you want to use depending on the enemy you're facing up against. For example, if you are facing up against an enemy of a certain type, you might want to use the countering type to make it a little more easy to beat the character. You're also able to sell characters or Hercule statues, which you'll collect throughout the game, which you'll be able to use to get some zenny or money. You can use money in the exchange shop under the tab Zenny to get a few characters, a few awakening medals. Nothing too crazy. The Zenny's not too great in this game. Alright, so it looks like we covered the most of the important stuff of the game. In addition, there's also the reverse feature. So basically this goes along with the hidden potential system. Basically, you can reverse a character to a previously unawakened status to make it easier for you to open all the paths for the character. It's much more difficult to open up all the paths, even if you have the corresponding character, because they might not be awakened. They need to be exactly the same form of the card, and then you can reawaken them afterwards to make them stronger than ever. In addition to something I forgot to mention earlier in the hidden potential system, there are some skill orbs that you can get over here to boost a certain aspect of a specific character. And the way you get these orbs is you can get them over here in the secret chest, and you get this currency. through one of the missions. You can check the details of a specific mission. When you hit the little eye icon at the top right of the mission, you can see exactly what you get, so you can kind of go over these and see exactly what you want to get from these, and they will tell you every single award, such as you also get dragon stones, and it will tell you that you get these awakening medals over here. So moving on to the rest of the shop, you have these trade points over here that you can also use to get some random daily awakening medals or some characters, and the way you get these is you hit plus and you can sell any kind of item that you have, characters, skill orbs, potential orbs. There are more treasures over here that you can buy with specific kinds of stones that you'll acquire throughout playing the game randomly. And we also have the shop, which you can use real money to acquire some dragon stones, though I don't recommend this if you're having trouble getting dragon stones. I have a few videos on how to get tons of dragon stones in a very short amount of time, so you can just check those out and get tons of dragon stones very quickly to get your favorite characters. Alright, that was my quick beginner's guide on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. If you want me to make another one and go more in depth on some specific topics, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.